imagine you are crafting the future of work right here, right now. Our analysis reveals a striking generational divide. Younger employees, averaging 27, miss the structure of pre COVID work, while other workers, that is more than 46 of age, thrive with flexibility of today's remote setups. For those who call Bangalore home, the city's vibrant setup culture resonates strongly with pre COVID conditions, unlike their peers from other regions. Yet there's no clear consensus on work weeks. Some prefer the traditional 5 to 6 days, while others dreams of 4 day week. These insights are a call to action for rethinking work models, tailoring them to diverse needs, and keeping talent engaged in rapidly evolving world.
This first illustration, you can see that how age factors what you choose as your working condition. Now, just to set the context, the pre-COVID working condition was when employees used to go to office and work, and remote conditions weren't that prevalent. In this case, what we initially assumed was that people who are young, who were exposed to post COVID work conditions, that is, remote work culture, would like to remain remote, and the people who are of a larger age audience, like 30s and 40s, would like to go back to office how they were doing before. However, during the course of our analysis, we noticed that that is exactly the opposite, which means that people who were actually working before in offices would like to stay remote. People having an average age of 46.24 would like to prefer staying remote rather than going back to office. Whereas people who are young, who have been exposed to only remote working conditions, they wanted to work back in office. They wanted to come back to offices rather than staying remote. Now, this was a stark difference from what we had initially assumed, and this showed a mirror on how the age plays an important role in understanding how they would like to work. Now, people who were at the age of 46.24 wanted to stay back in homes, work remotely, because they thought that could help them spend time with their family more, and they also think that working remote has given them more productivity. Whereas the younger audiences feel like they want to return back to offices to experience the office culture because they weren't exposed to it during COVID times. These, just note, these are the people who were exposed to only remote working conditions due to COVID. Now, this stark difference shows a mirror on how we expect an illustration to act, but how it acts is completely different. And this shows that people, because of their age difference or because of their age metric, will try to work remote or work in office. To further our analysis, we also understood how hometown influenced views on pre COVID working conditions in Bangalore. This was done based on people who live and who are native to Bangalore and those who are not native to Bangalore. What we understood is that the preferences are almost similar, however, Bangaloreans more dislike working in offices, that is pre COVID working conditions, compared to other parts. This shows that there is a certain mismatch on how hometown would influence pre COVID working conditions. This shows that Bangalore as an entity has a more flexible and a more dynamic environment than other parts of the country. As part of our next analysis, we wanted to understand how many days of a week would an employee want to work to ensure job satisfaction. In recent news, we have been hearing talks about how many days of a work week and how does it enhance the productivity or demerit it. So in this case, what we wanted to understand is how many days of a week would employees prefer working and how many days is considered too long for them. Traditionally, it's been told that a generic 5 to 6 days work week is preferred by most companies. However, in recent news, there has been a shift where people are demanding for a 4 day work week. Now, is that really the ground reality? Is what we wanted to analyze. When we put in the results, our assumptions was that employees would like to work on a 4 day work week schedule. However, again, our assumptions were not proven incorrect but were actually a hung jury. Why? Because you can see in this pie chart, is a 4-day work week really preferred? We noticed a simple balance in positive and negative responses where people said yes 116 times for a 4-day work week. However, 106 people were not just ready for this, and 33 people were undecided. In this case, we don't notice a clear majority in the want for a 4-day work week. A similar case can be noticed when we ask them, is 5 to 6 days per week really too long? And this again shows a balance in positive and negative responses.